since you were gone, a lot of crimes been
막 사람 다 찔러 죽이고 막 장난 아니던데. 너 너무 무섭더라 한국 돌아오기가.
yeah, man, knife crimes every week, like torture and rape and murder on innocent women as well. There's a fucked up heinous crime committed and reported in Korea while you were gone, and I wanna tell you a little story about it.
Yeah.
Maybe you heard of it, maybe you haven't heard of it, but I think this is very important because it's a really heinous crime. So one day, a normal housewife, got into a car accident.
아이고.
And why, how, where, we don't know. And checking the dash cam in her car, it seemed she was in a real frantic rush, and it was found that this lady had a daughter, and she got a message from her daughter, right? And guess what the message said?
Help me.
Help me? Oh,
Yeah,
why?
Because housewife very nervous and
Yeah. Basically, you're correct. The message said, "Save me, mommy, save me. Please hurry. Please check my body when you arrive. Please check my head when you get here to me." That was the message.
very strange message.
It's a weird message. Yeah, it's strange, right? And the mother's worst nightmare of imagining the thought that something terrible is gonna happen to her daughter is, every mother's nightmare.
Yeah.
And that's why she was in a hurry to get out of the house and get to her daughter, and then she got into a fucking car accident.
How about it's a housewife mother? How about its body condition now?
The mother was okay. She got, transported to the hospital, but the car itself was just in wreck. You can't even drive the car. It was smashed up. It was smashed up.
Wow.
Yeah,
Very sad. But
yeah. That's what happened. But, fortunately, the mother was okay. And she didn't die or nothing like that.
oh my God. So what happened to the daughter?
Basically, 2 days after her mother's accident, the girl was rescued.
Rescued?
Yeah, and went through an interview that went public. So she was rescued by the 911 people and the police because the people at the hospital saw the message on the mother's phone, and they found out the location of where she was. And she was abused hardcore style. She got sleep deprived forcefully, and got kicked and punched in the face and all around the body. And especially in the private parts as well. And she got, leg kicked, so she couldn't run away,
Way.
like constantly, for 5 days straight.
5 days?
Yeah, for 5 days. So she couldn't sleep or eat properly. She got, abused physically for 5 days. The attacker who committed this urinated on her face. It's fucked up.
I've never seen here.
Yeah. And her hair was disproportionately shaved by a trimmer.
Oh my God.
So she had,
really?
yeah, and she had like couple of bald spots.
Ooh, that's why.
Yeah,
That's why.
yeah. That's why what? Why?
Why? It's already
Why?
already beat.
That's what
Already beat it.
That's what fucked up people do. It's fucked up. That's what people do. And this attacker, this torturer, this sick person did this to a 21-year-old student.
Oh, very young.
And then basically, when she was found by the 911, she was in a confined space, barricaded by a dog fence.
Dog pet?
Yeah, in a room like this.
A pet? Pet?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, in a room like this, barricaded with a little fence that you use to,
I can't believe.
for dogs. And she was naked, and she was nude in the corner with a little puppy next to her.
Wait. I think this movie story.
No, it's not.
Zero.
No. They should make it a fucking drama.
Is this literally?
It's real. Yeah. And throughout this horrific, 5-day duration, she was constantly under supervision by her torturer and she barely managed to send a text to her mother, when that fucking attacker wasn't looking or wasn't watching. So that actually led to her rescue. Yeah, that 1 minute, that one text message.
So, who did this?
They found out that this attacker, this sick, sadistic attacker, was a 26-year-old guy who's 186 centimeters tall. I think that's like 6'3" or 4. A guy with a good physical, attributes, committed this crime, and basically he was the former boyfriend of this girl. They've been dating for 18 months, and basically throughout that 18 months, this guy, this sick motherfucker, started building up the trust with her and her parents, giving them the image of that he's a nice guy and he's really compassionate and stuff like that. And a week before this attack was, committed, this torture was committed, he asked the girl to get permission from her parents to stay with him, to live with him, because they are gonna get married and stuff, And obviously the girl, naive but kind-hearted and in love, went to her parents and asked for permission, and of course her parents said yes, because obviously this guy was a good-looking man who wanted to take care of their daughter, and they started building some trust over the 18-month period, so of course they said yes. And as soon as the girl came into his house, right? As soon as, not even 1 day later, as soon as the 21-year-old girl came into his house to live with him, he started beating her like crazy, and he started stalking her. He took her phone away, and he said, this is a bit gruesome, but I quote, this is what he said: "If you call your parents, I'm gonna cut open their stomach and use their intestine as a skipping rope. So you better not tell your parents." That's some hardcore sick stuff. And when he was urinating on her face, shaving her hair with a trimmer, he video recorded this all on his phone. And he threatened her, like, he's gonna put this up on the internet and stuff, and no one will find out about me, but they will surely know who you are and your parents.
Harder.
Yeah. And every time like he went out to have a cigarette, he would make her follow him, and then he'll make her kneel down on the floor, on the fucking concrete floor, and he'll smoke, and then he would, fucking, after he's done with the smoke, he'll give her burns and shit and on her legs, and start kicking her legs so she couldn't run.
He isn't just beating. He isn't just beating.
Yeah, he's just fucking sick. It's about control. It's about that ownership over someone who thinks, is weaker than him. Basically, it's a power play. It's a sick, sexual act as well. It's a fucking torturous shit. It's weird, man. I mean, it's not weird, it's sick, it's fucked up. And that's what she went through. And this guy, 26-year-old guy, took full advantage of her.
They are young.
Yeah.